daggone inflation has caused so many things in our lives to increase in price. So what are some small things you can do now to alleviate some of that pain? I'll show you 5 ways to lower your monthly bills and unlock some hidden savings. Number 1, get rid of extra streaming services. There's an article by Forbes that stated that nearly 50% of people pay for streaming services that they don't use, according to a Forbes survey. And 85% of people pay for more than one streaming service each month. Although according to the survey results, it's stated that some people are not even aware of how much their streaming services cost after a certain time. They don't closely track their streaming subscription spending, and they typically sign up for a streaming service for only one show. So if you're signed up for multiple streaming services at the same time and you're looking for an option to free up some cash, just cut the services out completely, or at least some of them. Honestly, if you're working full-time, have some hobbies, and a family especially, most of the time you don't have time to watch the material anyway. At least not all of it. Of course, streaming a video makes it so much more convenient, but saving money every month is kind of cool too. Number 2, sign up for a better bank account. Online fintech banks have been around for several years and are starting to pop up everywhere. They offer some amazing alternatives to traditional retail banks and are constantly becoming more appealing to consumers. There are obviously cons and pros regarding each, but one of the main selling points of online banks is the fee structure. There are typically lower operational costs because they don't have physical branches to manage with high overhead costs, so usually they can provide a higher interest rate and lower fees. Most of the time, always check though, there are no maintenance or balance fees like you would find at a traditional bank. You would only have fees for items such as sending a wire, expedited delivery, and account research fees. Having a higher interest rate and no account fees per month, especially if you have a lower balance, can help you keep more money in your account. A lot of people still keep money in a traditional bank account for convenience because physical locations have a good ATM network, tellers, and someone to talk to personally. But do some research before you make any decisions. Number 3, grow your own food. As a supplement at least. Grocery prices are high and most items have not come down since the pandemic. If you can, growing your own food can help you supplement certain foods that you frequently eat to save money. A couple years ago, I made a raised bed garden in my backyard using some cedar fence picket. It takes up quite a bit of space, and I realized that not everyone has the ability to do so. If you're in an apartment, there are still some options for you as well. I also use 2 types of grow bags for specific plants. These are excellent to use if you have a yard, but if you have an apartment, these are good to use as well. Grow bags are porous, so water will seep through them, and it's a good idea to have something underneath them if you are in an apartment and have a balcony so that other tenants that live below you won't get anything dripping down on them as well. So if you're concerned about that, you can always use plastic pots as an option. But I also use 2 different types of indoor hydroponics growing systems for herbs and small plants. I have a 18-pod hydroponics growing system and the I Do 12-pod hydroponics growing system. These are perfect for growing food inside of a home or an apartment with limited space. Number 4, invest in a smart programmable thermostat. I have an ecobee smart thermostat that allows me to create comfort settings for when I'm home, away, and sleep. You can also create your own custom settings as well. You can make a default schedule for the week regarding what temperatures you want the house to be based on the date and time. You can make a schedule for the week regarding what temperature you want the house to be based on the time and date, which is very helpful and it helps save money for not constantly running the furnace all day. I love it because it works automatically without me having to do anything, and I can control it remotely through the app, and you can adjust the temperature up and down anywhere you have internet access. Tip number 5. Pay for insurance based on how much you drive. Pay by mile car insurance allows you to pay for insurance based on the mileage that you usually drive. Only some companies offer this service, but you typically pay a base rate and then per mile you drive. They determine how many miles you drive using a phone app or an in-car device to track your driving. People who usually benefit are retirees, college students, remote workers, and those who drive less than 10,000 miles or less a year. Companies like Metro Mile, Nobler, or Mile Auto are some of the more prominent names that offer this service. But always compare coverage options with other companies and rates to see if this is right for you. Make sure to put some of these suggestions into practice to save some extra money, and check out this next video that suggests some apps that will help you save some money fast.